like a checkpoint.
And we're here for the season opener. It is season 15, and we've got New Rome as the opener this time around. An interesting swap from Old Rome. New Rome not raced since season 7. But anyway, Skillmax puts on pole position. He's got Twosies right next to him heading into turn 1. Let's see if they can make it out alive this one. Mr. Brian with the lunge of the century there, taking out half the grid while he's at it. And that is a massive pile up in turn 1. That's going to be a safety car, undeniably. What a move from Mr. Brian. On the safety car restart now. We got no curves for this first lap under safety cars, so not much should be happening on this straight. Everybody just picking a line. Mr. Tino goes for a move and he takes his own teammate out among 2 other cars there. Mr. Tino lucky to escape that into P3 still. His teammate dropping down to P9 after that. Twosies thinking about a move there on Mr. Brian. Not quite side by side yet, but he looks like he will be making a dive bomb into the double hairpins. Let's have a look. Hopefully no crash heading into here. That was a clean move from Twosies there. And they look like they made it pretty clean.
What a chaos into the double hairpin, and though it looks like we won't get a lap 1 safety car for now, as you hop on board with the Red Bull now of Acid, who has been getting a lot of position at the start of the race from P14, fighting now for P9. He keeps the position, and Lord behind in a Williams will try and do the same thing. Oh, there's a lot of lag from the driver in P10, and it leaves Lord exposed to the McLaren behind.
And picking up with Marshall now, running in 3rd, but Jimbo makes a nice move into turn 1 there, getting that P3 from Marshall. Marshall or Williams, not names you would expect to see up in P4, but he is on for an amazing race. He put it on P5 in the qualifying. He shook the whole grid today on the season opener. Twosies thinking about a move as well. No, he backs out. Marshall gets that position back from Jimbo. There's a little bit of wheel banging going on. Jimbo manages to get in front of Marshall in the end. Twosies loses a little bit of time, and Mr. Brian sneaks into P5. It just gets very close in those double hairpins, as you can see. Twosies with a rear tap there, sending Mr. Brian wide. Twosies gets a much better exit and claims that position back from Mr. Brian.
Vic, skills lagged again, mate.
This section here is not really a popular overtake zone, so we shouldn't see any moves.
I'm not seeing him lagging, so unless I see him lagging, he is okay to try.
As we head onto the main straight now, out of the double right-handers. Let's see who has more curves for this straight. Twosies lifts very early. Mr. Brian's thinking about a move. Twosies doesn't really leave him enough space there. A little bit of wheel banging again. Lighting the Ferrari now down the inside of turn 2. And Champ Stappen comes up on the left as well. This could be going 3 wide again into the double hairpins. Late braking there, taps Twosies slightly, and the wall goes wide into Mr. Brian, but they make it pretty clean on the exit though.
On board with Acid and the Red Bull as he comes through the double hairpin section here. Gets a little bit of a tap. Going to use his curves going to the next corner. DeBrayne Master pushes them out wide. Acid sliding off the track. Spooky's going to get right by him. So is Lords. And that's going to be a huge loss for Acid.
Marshall no Williams isn't showing the pace yet in qualifying, as he is now under pressure by Light in the Ferrari behind. Light will try everything he can to clear this Williams as fast as he can, and he capitalizes on the first opportunity, the first fast chicane. There's Marshall off track now, and the Aston Martin narrowly avoids the Williams, and Taxi also finds a way past the Williams, and that's Marshall dropping back to P10. So lap 22 now on board with Mr. Tino in the Ferrari. Currently holds P1 going into lap 23. He might need to look behind though, as the Audi of Jimbo is very close behind. Oh, he makes a move actually into the first corner. He makes it stick, and that's Jimbo now in the lead of the race. He on the pit straight now. Will Tino fight back? He does. He curves slightly earlier than Jimbo, and he does have more curves, so that's the Ferrari now back into P1. Will Jimbo attempt a dive bomb? It doesn't look like it, as he's slotting behind the Ferrari, who takes a very defensive line to the second hairpin. Beautiful defense here by Tino, who keeps the lead for now, but the Audi behind has been showing very impressive pace over the last few laps, however. And I don't think Jimbo will be planning around to stick behind the Ferrari for any longer than he has to, and he attempts a move now on the inside on the very short straight here. Tino uses more curves and Jimbo has a slotting behind, and Tino keeps P1 for now. Beautiful defense.
Alright, picking up on the safety car restart. Only 5 laps to go in this race. There's not a lot of time left. Mr. Tino instantly making a move on Skillmax into turn 1. Skillmax fends it off around the outside. And now has the inside for turn 2 with a much better line. but Mr. Tino on much quicker tyres at the moment. You can just see that advantage he has on the straight. He's already gapped Skillmax by about a car length there. But Skillmax with a ridiculous lunge into the double hairpins, trying to take that P2 back from Mr. Tino. But Mr. Tino isn't going to give up. But looks like Skillmax does make it stick into P2. And we've got everyone else going through these double hairpins as well. And Mr. Bryan's in the wall there. By not his own fault. But we have a lot of cars. They're hitting each other. A couple of cars in the wall as well. And that's going to be another safety car.
Safety car coming in this lap as Anthony's in P1, Skillmax in P2, 1-2 for the Mercedes as Tino's in P3, hunting down the leaders here in the Ferrari on the restart. 2 to go. This is a shootout. Tino holding the outside line through the first hairpin. No big moves being made as they approach the next big straightaway. Neck and neck. Tino's going to get a little bit of a better run here, though. Looks like he had the better upshifts as Tino files into P2. Let's see if anything happens out of the double hairpins as Skillmax makes a huge dive bomb into the hairpin. Tino's going to hold that inside line, though, and keep P2 as Marshall is losing a few positions there. Looks like he had a bad double hairpin.
And we have another safety car restart with only one racing lap to finish this race now. There's going to be no curves for this lap, so it's going to be very hard to make overtakes. We got Mercedes running in 1 and 3 at the moment, and we have the old generation of Mercedes running in 2 and 4. What a race it has been, though, but there's only one lap to decide it all now. Anthony gets going just before the final corner. Both of the Mercedes on a much slower tyre as they opted in for the 1-stop this race, while the Ferraris went for a 2-stop. Anthony has to go so far down the inside to defend them. Mr. Tino round the outside of turn 1, and he gets the lead of the race on the final lap now. Light as well making a move on Skillmax, trying to get that P3 from him. Isn't really able to do so, but as we come onto the straight now, we should see the gap come up again. Yeah, Skillmax losing a lot of time now. And he's got Jimbo in the Audi down the inside as well to worry about. Going into the double hairpins now. Loads of wheel banging going on. Everybody scuffling for positions on the final lap. Champ Stappen gets pushed into the wall. He's lost about 3 or 4 positions there. Overall pretty clean though. Ammo, take us to the end.
I can see the safety car restart getting really dicey as we see Skillmax pretty much cut that corner, and it looks like he's going to be under threat from the Red Bull. These guys, they got to be careful in the rain as we hop on board with Mr. Spooky in the Racing Bull. He's got contact from the car behind, but it looks like he's going to be able to hold on to that rear end. These guys, they got to be careful. They don't want to end their race on the last lap as we see him go for an overtake there. Mr. Spooky gains that position, and it is Mr. Tino who's going to win the new Rome GP for Ferrari. A great start to the season for him. He beats his old team Mercedes as we see Anthony come in second, Skillmax coming in third. Mr. Spooky is going to have to settle for 6th place as we see now Marshall, who's caught up in the midfield over here. Champ Stappen in the Aston Martin. It is the battle for the final few points positions as they head into the final few corners over here. It's going to be a drag race. Will Stappen be able to get ahead? I do not think so. He is going to have to settle for 9th position. What a great race.